Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. I am so happy to see that David made it in because I was trying. Whoop, there we go. Because I wanted to tag him in the description of this, and I didn't. There's a lot of David Grays out there. I was having some trouble trying to find him. And I had just sent him an email because this is totally a spur of the moment live, because I just got my seeds from the Old Ways Gardening and Prepping seed swap. And I am so excited that I wanted to show it to you guys. And I haven't gone live in, I don't know, like 3 weeks or something like that. Because it was spring break and my in-laws came and visited and we were busy, and it's springtime. Like, I could just put a period right there. And spring is crazy for everybody. And we are very busy in the yard. I've been working very hard on my garden, along with just the family stuff. And like I said, I'm working really hard on my garden. And yesterday I rolled my ankle. Hey, Jamie. Thank you so much for popping in. I rolled my ankle yesterday while I was shoveling cow manure, which I've never been so excited in my life to shovel poop. Life goals, guys, life goals. But my wonderful neighbor, she raised a couple of cows for meat. And oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. And I was like, what are you going to do with all that poop? And she's like, well, one of these days I'll spread it across her field. And she's like, if you want some, you can come grab some. And I was like, yes, please. Yes, please. And we just bought a Qdoba zero turn, but I have not learned how to drive it yet. And it's very powerful. And when my husband got on it and like made it go, it was like, whoa, and it like took off. And he's like, it's a sharp, like, learning curve. Like, and it's the hand controls. And he's like, it's the opposite of what you would think. And it just moves so fast. Like, I have to keep it out in my open field with nothing around me that I can injure or run over or anything like that. And I just haven't done it yet. And I have a 1/4 mile long driveway. And so I'm set very far back. And my neighbor who has the manure is up at the street. And so I was like, I really don't want to have to like walk my gorilla cart all the way down the driveway and then shovel all this cow manure and then lug it all the rest, a 1/4 mile back down my driveway. And she agreed to let me use her manual John Deere tractor and her dump trailer, which was so gracious of her. So I was doing that yesterday, and I was shoveling it from the cow yard that she had these cows in. And so there's like tractor ruts, and the ground is very uneven and we had lots and lots of rain. And so there's like divots from the cows. And oh my God, Teresa, thank you so much for coming in. I hope everything is going well with Junior. And I hope you are doing well as well. I know it's very hard emotionally and mentally to go through all of that. And so I was being very careful about not stepping in a rut or doing anything like that. And I went and I took a scoop and I turned to go put it into the trailer. And there was a big dirt clod that was like hard as a rock. And I just didn't even like pay attention. And it was my first step after turning. And I rolled my ankle on it and I heard it snap. Oh my God, it hurt so bad. And I immediately knew, oh no, that was not good. That was not good. And I had to like freeze for like 10 minutes and be like, okay, it's not broken and it's not hurting yet. So I'm just going to keep moving. And that was at about like 11:45 yesterday. And my baby was sleeping and my toddler was in the house by himself. And I'm like, I've already left the kids. I need to hurry up and finish this load, drive it back down. And then I had to unload it and then bring the tractor back. Oh my goodness. Hey, Robert, thank you so much for coming in. So by 3:45, when I had to go pick up my oldest at the bus stop at the end of the driveway, I could not walk. Like I almost had to crawl to my truck. I could not put like any pressure on my foot. It hurt so bad. Today I'm doing better. I can actually put pressure on it, but that totally screwed up my day yesterday. And then, and I also, this morning today was my day. I'm part of the Angler April collaboration put on by 9 Acres Family Farm. And today was my day. And so yesterday I was supposed to be like putting my video all together. And I was just like KO'd for the day. I could not do anything. But I got the video out. You guys should go check that out. That's really awesome. So I've just been super busy. So I haven't seen you guys or talked to you guys in a really long time. But the reason why you are all here is because of what's in here. Look at this thing. I was not expecting anything like this. I sent David I sent David just this little card. And I mean, I had some good stuff in it, but nowhere to the girth of this. So I was completely blown away. And so this is the seed swap that the lovely Teresa at Always Gardening and Prepping is putting on. And this is her first seed swap. And I think it has been a wonderful success. Lots of people being extremely generous. I am always awestruck at the generosity of others. And it's just amazing. But check out Teresa over at Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. If I'm sure all of you are already subscribed to her, she is wonderful. And this seed swap is amazing. I think she's going to be doing this now twice a year, which it's just going to keep growing. I think there's a gajillion people that did it this round. So I can't imagine how big it's going to be already in fall. But you guys, there are so many seeds in here. These are, these are the Ruby Queen beets. And you guys, I have really blown at growing beets in the past. So I'm excited to try these again because I've never really given them a fair shot. I also don't know how to prepare beets very much. I never grew up eating beets. So this is something that I need to get better at. Let's see. Yes. Yeah. Oops. There we go. It has been incredible. Yes. So I got some beets to try. These are some Kellogg's Breakfast tomato seeds, which I've never tried a Kellogg's Breakfast tomato seed or tomato. I've had the Dr. Weitch's yellow, and I don't think I've ever had a Kellogg's Breakfast. So I'm excited to try those. A lovely lettuce mix. I love growing lettuce. I love homegrown lettuce. It grows so well. I have heard that. So I guess I have to try roasting them. I pickled them. And you guys, I'm not much of a pickle fan, so I don't know why I did that. But honestly, I did it because I knew it would preserve them and I didn't know what else to do with them. This packet has me so excited, so intrigued, and it is so thoughtful, David. I am floored by this one. This one he calls a poultry forage. That's what that says, poultry forage. And it is clover, alfalfa, flax, and peas. So it's all of those things in here to spread in my yard for my chickens to eat. And so we started making our own chicken feed mix. And we've not always fermented, but most of the time we ferment. And if we were going to ferment, we might as well just put it all together ourselves. It costs about the same. So that's what we've been doing. But most of what's in here is like the stuff that I'm fermenting for my chickens. So I am like so tickled about this poultry mix that he made. And I love letting my birds out in my yard to like help eat the ticks and things like that. Hey, Rebel Canners, thank you so much for coming in. I'm just not a big pickle fan. I'm not that much of a pickle fan. I'm slowly getting to like pickles more. Like my husband, I never liked pickles. And then when I got pregnant with my oldest, my husband was like, "You're going to love pickles now." And I'm like, "I bet I won't." And he's like, "All pregnant women love pickles." And I'm like, "No." And I never craved pickles when I was pregnant, but my husband and now my kids absolutely love pickles. So I make them all the time. And I'm getting used to it. And then I just made some pickled onions that are really good. So vinegar is just like a really strong flavor for me. But I'm getting used to it. So maybe, with those pickled beets, I did put them on like a salad with some goat cheese or some feta cheese or something like that. And it wasn't bad. So maybe I will like that. And you guys, there are multiple full seed packets in here. David, geez, blown away. Rattlesnake beans. How cool are those? I'm so excited for these. These will be so much fun for the boys. I'm sure they'll change color when I cook them, but anything that is fun and unique is just awesome for the kids. Another fun one and another full seed packet is this strawberry corn. And apparently they call it strawberry corn because they are like small ears of corn. They say they're only 2 to 3 inches, like big strawberries. So, and they're good for either fall decorations or popcorn. So that I think will be so much fun to try to grow, I think I'm going to try the Three Sisters method. I've got lots of different varieties of corn that I've never had the space to try. So this is definitely on my to try list for this year. So fun. I mean, if the ears are that small, I can't imagine how small these kernels are going to be. Oh, that's exciting. I'm so excited. Girl, the weather has been funky everywhere. Because I've had 3 tornadoes in 2 months. It's insane. Another advocate of the rattlesnake bean. Extremely productive. That's fantastic. Yeah, I figured they would change color after they were cooked, but still. Well, good. Bring it. Bring it, rattlesnake bait. I'm in the process of putting my fence around my garden right now. So I don't play with nuisance critters. That is mine, not yours. Rodent's gonna die. All right, this is a Parisian carrot. So I'm excited about that. I'm about to plant my carrots. I have those grow bags, and I'm in the process of washing them out so that I can plant my carrots, because the garden that I'm prepping in the front yard, that ground is way too hard. I don't want to plant any carrots in there. And the 2 garden beds that I added soil to are already taken up. So I'm going to do carrots in my bags. So I'm definitely going to try those. Love the snap bean. Another full package of snap beans. Yummy. Are you growing any microgreens you could put on that egg salad? That sounds good. I love a good scallop squash. Awesome. There's more. Oh, my holy basil. I specifically asked for this because I was totally out of holy basil seeds. And I did not buy any seeds this year. Some Brad's Atomic Grape. These are fun. I actually ran out of these seeds, but since I didn't buy any seeds this year, I was like, oh, well, I guess I won't have any. But now I have some. Yes, direct sow them. They can be a little fickle. They are a little harder to grow. If you don't have seeds already, I would strongly suggest you get the pelletized carrot seeds, because those you can actually like grab and then you can space them out. But if you have just like regular carrot seeds, then I would just sprinkle them on the top and water them and then leave them alone. They can be hard to start. Cayenne pepper, love them. I grow lots of cayenne pepper for like fire ciders and things like that too. I made hot sauce a bunch last year. Exactly. But wait, there's more. Hey, what's going on? Gardening Warrior Q. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes. Tell me about it. Some black oil sunflower seeds. So I'll give you guys a little sneak peek, or I guess I'm just telling you, I'm not showing you. But as far as my gardening progress has gone, I decided to till because it was just too much to go from a lawn to a garden. So I did till what all the cardboard that I had already put down is still down, and I put new soil on top of that, and I'm putting compost on top of that. But anything that didn't have cardboard on it got tilled. And then I marked out my perimeter, and it is 40 by 60. So it's 2,400 square feet. And then I tilled another foot or two past that line, and I'm going to do all flowers around my garden. And these are definitely going to be some of the things that I grow. I'm super excited about that. Some Tommy Toe tomatoes. I'm so excited to have this. I've never tried them. I got the Mexican midget tomatoes from My Gardener, and I started those. And I don't know which one is smaller, but I think that's awesome. Some Thai red roselle. And to be quite honest with you guys, Teresa gave me roselle too. And I don't know anything when it comes to flowers. I'm very ignorant when it comes to flowers. I'm trying to learn, but there's just so many things to learn and so many things going on. So I don't know. I haven't started any roselle yet. I don't know if there's any special growing instructions for them or things that I need to know, or if there's other uses for them other than beauty and bring in pollinators. But I do plan on growing those. And then a zinnia mix. Gotta love zinnias. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Love zinnias. They're great for pollinators. They grow so well. And they're beautiful. I have not tried the Mexican midgets yet. I just started them. So you guys, I have my tiny house is full of starts, and I haven't put a video out yet showing everything. I'm so backlogged on videos. I still haven't even on Saturday. I plan on posting my video for the Global Gardening and Homesteading Skills community collaboration. And I'm planning on putting it out on Saturday. Things have gotten away from me. And then with the tornadoes, and we lost the kids' play set from the winds, and it's just been a roller coaster the past couple of weeks. So I haven't eaten a Mexican midget yet, but I'm super excited to try them. I love listening to what people get to. I love seeds. I love, I appreciate you for even coming in here. Thank you so much. Ooh, tea. Awesome. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping in. I greatly appreciate it. I haven't even had time to catch up on any of my great, wonderful friends. And yes, thank you for reminding me, because I may have forgotten. And are you sure that you're supposed to be saying that? That shouldn't this say Mrs. Lazy Days Ahead should be saying this? Yeah. Hey, LP, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate the lurking. Absolutely. Any time that anyone can spend with me, I greatly appreciate. And there's there are so many seeds here and so much potential here. And yes, but you have a very valid excuse. Life just gets ahead of you. And so I have all these starts that are ready to go into a garden that is not ready for it. So that's another thing. And I'm like, when I twisted my ankle yesterday, I was like, and my dad came over because he lives on a lake, and for the winter they drop the level of the lake down, and so his inlet is actually dry currently, and his ground, like he's obviously in a shallower inlet, and his ground was not level, and there was like a big mound like right in front of his pier, and it turns out that it was just like thick with leaves. I don't know if his neighbors just all kind of piled them there, or if the wind kind of accumulated them there, or what, but he's like, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of leaves just piled up. And like when you walked on it in the water, it felt like you were walking on ground. He's like, no, that's all leaves. And so I was like, well, and he's like, I burned a bunch and I have not even like made a dent. And I'm like, I'll take all those leaves. So I was like, bring them up here. So I'm putting leaves on it. I'm trying to get more organic matter. I can't make compost fast enough. I'm using my neighbor's manure, trying to add nutrients, all this other kind of stuff. And when he came up to bring me these leaves, and I hadn't called him and told him that I hurt myself, but I came hobbling out of the house, and he's like, what's going on? And I told him what happened. He's like, oh no, and it's a 4-day weekend, and you got all this work to do. I was like, thanks for rubbing it in, man. I have all this stuff I have to do, and I have a 4-day weekend, and I can't do any of it. You don't actually need an excuse to be behind. Oh, okay. Whoa, there's that mod father. But it does feel like spring. It is a Good Friday. We just also, I'll give you a little bit of information that I haven't obviously made a video on because it just happened this morning. We got our second batch of chicks, and I picked them up this morning. I hobbled into the post office this morning. I still won't tell you what we have, but I picked up some chicks, so it very much feels like spring. And even though I have this 4-day weekend and I can't do anything, which really stinks, it is raining outside, so I really can't do anything outside. So that makes me feel a little bit better. At least everything's getting a good drink of water. And that also gives me permission to not be outside. I did want to show you guys this though too. Do you guys remember those Bartlett seeds that I started from a store-bought Bartlett pear? I had 3 little seedlings, and now I have 3 lovely little pear trees growing here, and they're doing very well. I also have in my greenhouse, I don't remember if it was a gala or it was a juicing apple that I got from Azure, but it germinated. I had all but given up hope on all the other seeds that were in there. Only the Bartletts came up, and I had given up all hope of all the other seeds, and I just kind of put it to the side of my sink, and I was like, I'll deal with that another day. And then like a week later or 2 weeks later, I had like this little thing come up and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, I stopped watering it. I stopped paying attention to it. And apparently that is what I needed to do to get this seed to germinate. And so that is in my tiny house growing. And I'm so stoked about that. Again, I don't know whether it was a gala or a juicing apple. I don't really care. It's an apple and it's growing. It's never a bad thing, Jamie. Bring on the chickens, right? Well, I mean, I couldn't go outside even if I wanted to. Mm-hmm. Nope, sorry. They're not nearly as cute as the vineyard chicks. Thank you. Thank you. I've grown things from seeds before, but I've never been so successful. And I still have some seeds in my refrigerator that are still stratifying. I need to actually get to them. I also germinated I germinated some pine berries from some store-bought pine berries that I was really excited about. So those are in my tiny house growing. I have yet to get into Robert's peach seeds. Those are going to take me some time, I think, because I'm a little intimidated about opening them. I don't want to wreck them. And I know I should just do it. No time like the present, but I also have a million other things going on. So, oh yes, you can. Oh yes, you can. So I've been meaning to show you guys that for a while. And then also in my windowsill, I have some sweet potato slips growing. I started 2 buckets or 2 pails, 2 bins of sweet potatoes. I got some organic sweet potatoes from Azure. I got a purple variety, and then I just got a regular sweet potato. And I did the soil method, laying them down, and I buried them like halfway, or just like nestled them in halfway, and covered them up and put them on a hot mat. And the purple sweet potatoes have gone bonkers. The regular sweet potatoes, one of them totally rotted. And there was only 3 of them. One of them totally rotted. The big fat one in the middle, I think, is starting to germinate. Maybe it had like a little bud on it. And the third one is not doing anything. And then I had 1 sweet potato left in my pantry. And I was like, what am I going to do with 1 sweet potato? So I decided to try the water method with that one to see which one I liked better. And the water sweet potato is the regular sweet potato that I'm doing in water is actually germinating. And I did it this way because it had already had a bud on it. And so I had a feeling it was going to be sending off some shoots. So at least I know I'll have some standard sweet potatoes. If the ones in the soil just totally bomb, I'll at least have some regular sweet potatoes. Right. I'm surprised you were freaking out quite a few people when you were opening yours. Did any of yours germinate? You know, I was questioning that, and I meant to email you because I thought I heard you saying that you were going to make a video and then you sent them to somebody else and I watched them opening it and they were like, he was like, yeah, go check out his channel. He has a video on how he opens them. And I went back and I swear to God, I looked at every single one of your videos and I was like, no, it's not here. I need to see how he opens them. So I thought maybe I was missing something. Jesse, yes and no. I don't know. 1, I'm lazy. 2, I'm new here and I have curly hair and you have to know what you're doing when you cut curly hair. And I just haven't bothered really to go and find somebody. And honestly, I just like my hair longer most of the time anyway. But I did see somebody on my local town like Facebook page asking, who's also new to the area, asking about where to find a curly haired hair cutter. And I was like, ooh, me too. Let me know if you find one. So I might be getting a trim soon. I gave all my boys trims and I'm like, I could probably use a trim by now. So she didn't lose all of her stuff in that tornado? Did she resurrect it? I've always been really intrigued by hydroponics. I can't. And that's what everyone says. And that's why I went with the soil one. I just couldn't believe that the regular sweet potatoes, they had like no growth at all. I have 3 regular sweet potatoes and then like 5 purple potatoes. Every single one of my purple potatoes has germinated and is going bonkers. And the regular sweet potatoes, there was like nothing. And I was like, what is going on here? So that's why I went and tried the water thing. I have not given up. They're still going strong. They're still, I'm still watering them. I'm still keeping them warm. I'm still doing all the things, but haven't seen much life in those ones. Absolutely, Teresa. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That is so good. Yes, I believe that. I actually had to take off my greenhouse plastic before my second tornado. Like I said, I've had 3. Before my second one, the winds leading up to the tornado were so strong that I was seeing what was happening and I had to like run out there and get it down, and to disassemble the greenhouse plastic in like tornadic winds is pretty like intense, to say the least. I was very nervous. I don't know that it's a can't. It's just that I won't take the time to do it. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to like research it and know how to do it, know what I'm doing. And I did do those AeroGardens, and I guess that's hydroponics. But then I sold my AeroGarden before we moved. I liked it enough, I guess, but they were so restrictive. I didn't really love it. And I'd want to do something different other than the AeroGarden. Yeah. It's been something. The winds have been so crazy that we're hoping next week after our third most recent tornado, we were like, that's it. I'm sick of this. We live in a modular home, and we have no basement, obviously. I shouldn't say obviously, because some people put basements underneath their modular homes. This one does not have a basement. And so the most secure place in our house is our interior bathroom. So the next day after the third tornado, we got online and Mike found a company in Missouri or Arkansas. I can't remember exactly, but they make concrete storm shelters that work as a front porch. And they're specifically made for modular homes because a lot of modular homes are do not have basements. So they're these cement storm shelters, and then they bury them. It's about a third above ground, 2/3 below ground, depending on, I guess, how high your modular home is from the ground. But they match it up to your door, and then it's like your front porch, and then people build on like porches, or you can just get steps off of it. And they have pictures of people that put up railings and make it look all nice. And our front porch, if you guys watched my 2023 goals video, I'm sitting on my front porch, and it's a very temporary front porch. It was just put up for code so that there was an actual front entrance. So we're going to take that down and actually kind of move it over, and then we're going to put this storm shelter as our front porch. And then it's got a trap door built into the top of it. So then you would just open up the trap door, and there's a ladder that you go down, because I mean, with the kids, and so right now we don't have a cover over our deck. That is a future goal of ours. So we would still have to, if there really was a tornado, we would still have to go outside and be exposed to the elements for a moment to get into this safe shelter, but it's better than the alternative. So that's like where we're at right now, because, and my awesome neighbor that is, lending me her lawnmower and letting me use her cow manure and things like that, she actually has an unfinished basement, and she was like, my door is in the back, it's always open, don't hesitate if you so feel like, like this is real, don't hesitate, just go. And I was like, thank you, because it is nerve-wracking. If you put sweet potatoes in a mason jar using toothpicks, you can do hydroponics. Really? I don't know. Okay. I also have no space to put anything in my house. I mean, I could maybe do it in the tiny house, but the amount of things that are in the tiny house currently, I could not add anymore. Newfangled gizmo. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yes, so sweet. She is the best neighbor. But I'm super excited to get this storm shelter. I'll be even more excited when I have a cover over it, but it's just peace of mind, if and security, knowing that we have a more stable structure that we can seek refuge in all this crazy weather that we have been experiencing. Excuse me. But I think I am just going to jump off here. I was not planning on this being an hour long. But I want to thank you guys so much for coming in. I'm still crazy busy with what's going on and getting all the things set for this spring. I do have lots of videos that will be coming out. I will try to do a live. I will try to do my lives on Thursdays at 2:10 Eastern, 1:10 Central again. It just didn't happen for the past couple of weeks, but that is my intention. And I hope to see you guys there. I thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out with me. And hey, I'm not bouncing. You can't call me the bouncing homesteader anymore because I don't have my baby on me. Can you believe he's already a year? Yikes. All right. Thank you guys so much. Love ya. See you later. I will enjoy my seeds, David. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity. I can't wait to grow all of these. Cannot wait. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.